Yo, what's up, Twitch? Hello, hello. How are all these fine folks today? We gotta talk about new cards. We got a bunch of new cards revealed for the mini set. Maw and Disorder. Much like Law and Order. This is basically puns the mini set. It's just a bunch of puns. That's all it is. So what did you guys think about this guy? The Jailer. My head's kind of covering him up, but whatever. He's a 10-10. The Jailer. Pretty crazy. At one point, the Jailer served as arbiter over the souls of the Shadowlands. He was the epitome of an unbiased, righteous judge of character. Was, specifically. Yeah, he's a 10 out of 10. He makes things immune. Pretty crazy. I don't think great. I think there's like worlds where he feels interesting, but I don't think great on average, for sure. Not an every deck kind of card by any means. I think he has some limits here. Did you guys happen to like this one more than me or anything? Seems like everybody is had a pretty similar reaction to this, which is, whoa, that's okay. I think it's always, whoa, that's okay. You know, never, whoa, that's broken. It's always, whoa, that's okay. Time to begin. Thanks for the sub, by the way. Thank you. Yeah, I think chat's saying some good things. Kind of a win more card. Like I said in my review, right? There are so many other cards that just really terminate the game already. I think what this mainly does is move the game into a new phase, which can be a win condition, but it might just be one that takes a few turns longer than other decks' win conditions. So it might only show up in worlds where people don't have better options or better game plans, which I don't know how often that's going to be. It feels like everybody's, you know, just like I did too, by the way. This is not a criticism, but your first take is, oh, well, maybe with Kazakhstan. Oh, maybe with Niru, right? Niru the Fireblade. Like, oh, maybe Druid drawing a million cards, right? Like you start trying to think about like, oh, what do you use with this to make it win? And I think as soon as you're doing that, as soon as you're saying, what about Kazakhstan? You have to ask yourself, well, wait, if we have Kazakhstan, do we need the Jailer? Do I want to waste a turn playing the Jailer? Do I just play Kazakhstan? You know, like, does the immunity actually make my life any better? Or should I just play Kazakhstan? Should I just play, just if I draw a million cards with Druid, shouldn't I just win with the cards? You know, shouldn't I play Nathria? Shouldn't I play whatever other big awesome card? You have to start asking yourself that. So that's the thing. Like it's almost like it's like you know, like a boss in an RPG or something. That's like a multi-phase fight. You know, this kind of just moves into the next phase of the fight. But if you can land a killing blow before then, you ought to just do it maybe. But you know, there's shenanigans with empty decks you can do, like just empty your deck faster, shuffle in a bunch of ignites or something. I don't know. There's ways to create moments and create opportunities. So I think it's possible like one deck per meta is able to use the Jailer in some interesting way, but you know, it'll be like one tier 3 deck per meta is able to use this card, is my thought. Not, you know, not 50% of the meta like the Nathria's sort of card. Just occasionally does something really interesting and weird that opens up an angle. But I think that's it. This is really good for big decks. The problem is you have to play him. He's not good to be summoned into play, so you have to actually get that battle cry off, you know? Big decks generally cheat stuff in, and I mean, there are obviously ways to discount this, like Duels, for instance, with Vandar discounting this to like 4 mana, 2 mana or something, playing it in the mid game, that could be crazy. So other game modes, you know, definitely more possibilities. I think maybe could even get banned in Duels. Too many ways to cheese it, perhaps, but in standard, I think very fringe often. All right, next up, Sylvanas. Sylvanas the Accused. This art is sick on the infused Sylvanas here. I think Sylvanas is definitely more a useful general kind of card. I think anybody that's playing Renathal Denathrius decks right now can probably play Sylvanas and feel okay about it. I think she'll be solid in quite a handful of infused Renathal decks. Hey, I hope you're doing well. Hey, Kirsten Lopez. I don't know if I said that clearly enough. Kirsten Lopez. My brain always has a little meltdown. And hopefully the new Twitch revenue split doesn't affect you too badly. It won't affect me at all. For two reasons. Number one, I never had the other revenue split anyway. I was always on a 50-50 sub. I never had the 70-30. I asked them a few times and they said no. So that's problem number one. Number two, I wouldn't make enough money to hit the threshold for it anyway. So there's two problems. So no, I won't be negatively impacted at all. I won't notice at all. I won't notice any difference in the slightest. So don't worry. Thank you for your concern, though. I appreciate that. That's good. Yeah, no, I mean, it's good. It's fine. As you may well expect, most of my revenue comes from YouTube anyway, so YouTube changes are more meaningful and impactful to me on average. Twitch is definitely not as important to me overall. I mean, it's still important, but not, you know, not relevant this time around. I'm actually more interested in the YouTube Shorts announced some changes where you can better monetize shorts. So I might try to make some shorts soon, basically. Anyway, I like Sylvanas. I think she'll get played. I don't think the Infused 7's so crazy because I think her baseline's still okay. Destroy minions, fine. In a pinch, you'll be okay with that sometimes. And then the Infused is just really good. So I do like Sylvanas. This card got revealed. I haven't reviewed this one yet. These came out after the legendaries. I'm going to get the legendaries out in a video. So this is Soul Seeker, 5 mana, 3/3. Battlecry. Swap this with a random minion from your opponent's deck. So a couple interesting things could happen here. If you're playing against like a big deck, for instance, you could turn this into one of their big minions and it'll be on board because you've played it. It's a Battlecry. So you grab their Neptulon and now you have a Neptulon and they don't. So a sort of soft counter to big decks. This could also be a disruptive tool. They have a Denathrius chilling in deck. You Soul Seeker into their Denathrius. Now, much like Parlay for Rogue, they can, of course, play this back and take something from your deck, but they wouldn't be getting their Denathrius back because it'd be in your hand, and presumably maybe you don't have as many awesome things in your deck to steal, or you might not be running Soul Seeker, so perhaps not as big of a risk in that case. Now, that said, you know, I think this is a much worse disruption card than something like Theatar, because you don't have the discover aspect. Your odds of hitting something good are smaller. Not to mention, in a lot of game states, your odds of hitting something in the deck, you know, it's not in hand. You know, it may have taken them 5 turns to draw that anyway. They may have never drawn it. The game may have ended before they ever drew it. So the disruption aspect there is not as relevant. I think it's going to be more about what gets hit, and is it big and threatening, and is it useful on board? And then, of course, most decks are running small stuff and big stuff, so very often it's going to whiff. You're going to hit like a 2-drop with your 5-drop, disrupt nothing, and sacrifice your turn on board, which feels like a real low roll that's going to make this very tough to play. It feels like a very, very soft, like wild tech card, and even then, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how both Ram Shield and the Jailer work, but presumably it makes life very awkward. Maybe a hot take, but I love disruption like this. I was a big him to Turach fan in Magic the Gathering. Well, I am happy to hear that, but I have less than zero idea what him to Turach means. But I like cards like this existing. I don't think it's going to be good for the record, but I think cards like this, you know, we've done a lot of those like Warlock disrupt decks where we just take every disruption card and toss it in there. I think this will be a great fit for that. Speaking of more disruption, this is the Tight-Lipped Witness. Secrets can't be revealed. She's a 3-mana 2/5. We've had so many of cards in this shape. There's like the Death Rattles, can't trigger one. There's the... What's another one? There's another card that's the exact same shape. A 3-mana 2/5. Deny a thing. Can't remember what the other one is. But, yeah, it's interesting. Of course, you know, a lot of people mention Ice Block and Wild. Play this. You don't have to worry about the Ice Block. You just kill them. I don't know how useful that's going to be in Wild. It seems... I don't know how often tech cards like this make a difference. In Standard right now, nobody cares about secrets that much. I do not think you'd be willing to do this for a card. There's been other tech cards that just straight up destroy or steal the secrets that haven't even been good. So one that doesn't, you know, it's not particularly better, doesn't even deal with them forever, just for a moment or two, doesn't really seem worth it to me. Now, there is a counter to this where you could use it in your own secret deck to protect your secrets if you have secret follow-up cards like Halkias in Rogue, or the Chatty Bartender, I think it's called, in Mage, where you want the secrets to stick around. I think that's even more awkward potentially. Most of the time you're fairly happy for your secrets to go off. I don't think this is worth 3 mana to like protect them for a turn or something, right? It just doesn't seem like the payoff there would make sense. So I don't know. It looks like a, you know, awkward tech card at best and a really, really awkward secret support card. So I just don't think I like this one much. It's weird that we've had these secret packages fail in this expansion. Mage and Rogue both got 2 secret packages that haven't worked, and we're already getting secret tech cards. Maybe there will be more secret stuff that makes both this and the other secret things more compelling. I don't know. Next up here is the Afterlife Attendant. He's got a wrist cramp. That's funny. He does look quite quite cramped. He's a 3-mana 3/4. Your infused cards also infuse in your deck. So keep in mind, this is not a rest of game effect. I see this all the time on YouTube. People see this and they think, oh my god, for the rest of the game, my infused cards will infuse while in deck. No, he has to be on board. So you have to basically be killing minions off while he's in play. So you play this next to your Scale of Onyxia or whatever, and you'll infuse your deck for 6. Because you only have 6 spots left with Scale, if this is on board. So, you know, I just don't think that's worth it, honestly. It's got that same problem we talked about a moment ago where, okay, I'm infusing things that I don't actually have. Am I even going to draw these cards? How many of them am I going to draw? Is this going to be on board long enough to advance them to a point where that's a really compelling thing to do? I'm going to be playing the infused cards in hand first anyway, most of the time. So how much does this really advantage me? I got to run a card in my deck and spend 3 mana to do this. Is that worth that sacrifice of the card in your deck? I don't think the 3 mana for like these bigger infused decks are going to care as much about the 3 mana as they care about the slot in the deck, because this isn't a removal card. This isn't more stuff that you can infuse. This isn't card draw. It's this guy. So the opportunity cost here, I think, is pretty high. I think it's pretty high. I think you just want to play other things. Just like, how often is this going to line up? It's just sitting there. It's like, even if I'm playing Scale of Onyxia on turn 7 to catch up, well, okay, the attendant's still sitting in hand, okay. When do you finally get it down? I don't know. I just don't think most decks will find it worth it. It sort of fixes one of the problems with infuse, the infuse cards being dead off the top, but I don't think that's been as big of a problem as we expected. Most of the time the decks are drawing enough or have big enough hands that there are plenty of plays to make in the meantime, and they usually have 1 or 2 really powerful pseudo game ending infuses in hand at some point anyway. The Devourer, the Denathrius, the big Altimore, you know, burst damage in Hunter, whatever it is, the Zymox. One or two of those is always going to be in hand anyway, and they often are enough to end the game. So how long basically do you have to play after activating this effect to make it worth it? How many more infused cards do you have to draw? What is the breakpoint where it feels good? Do I have to get 3 infused cards that weren't otherwise infused? Is 1 enough? I don't think 1's enough. I'm not sure I buy this guy. Oh, you guys seem a little more positive on it than I do, though. Speaking of infused cards, Totemic Evidence. I already reviewed this one, but choose a basic totem and summon it. Infuse 3 totems. You have to kill totems specifically. Summon all 4 totems instead. So everybody loves this in Wild with Wind Shear, Storm Color, bro. In Standard, I think it's a cool follow-up to Stonewright. It gives you a fast, immediate Stonewright follow-up. Really helps you build a big board post Stonewright, which I think that is a weakness for Totem Shaman. Sometimes pivoting into that next wave of stuff is really expensive and awkward and not threatening. This could help you do that. But I think it's still kind of clunky. And without Stonewright, it's even more clunky. I don't know if Gigantotem is enough payoff to make this worth it. It's also actually, I think, more awkward to infuse than normal. Namely because in these decks, sometimes it's hard to kill the totems. Sometimes the 0/2s are just sitting there and the opponent doesn't always respect them right away. You know, post Stonewright, again, it's easy to trade stuff in. But sometimes it's going to be harder to infuse totems than general infuse with rush minions and 1/1s and stuff. There's a 1/1/1 totem, I guess, but I don't know. I'm really intrigued to try this in Duels, of course. I think this could be part of a big, or not big, of a good totem deck eventually. I do not think this is enough right now. If Shaman gets 2 more totem cards in the mini set, though, yeah, I think this could be useful. I think it could. This was a rogue card. I've already reviewed these. I'm going to go through these pretty fast. Choose a minion, destroy it after another enemy minion dies. It's cheap. It's a little bit conditional. Rogue doesn't probably value this sort of card a ton right now based on the way rogues are built, but it's cheap. It's very cheap. Is it awkward, I guess, is the question. Spugs, thanks to 8 months, man. Thanks, Spugs. Mini sets on Tuesday, yeah. And then finally, Due Process. Man, I spent like 6 minutes reviewing this card, I think. I talked about so many angles on this card. It's a really crazy card. I'm not totally sold on it, though. I don't actually think it's going to be great. I really like the conversation around it with aggro druids, though. I think there's a really compelling discussion there. I can see both sides, both that it's not good and that it is good. I'm leaning more towards the it's not going to be good in aggro druid side. I talked about in my review how very often in aggressive decks you want like chunks of draws because you need to build waves of threats. You don't necessarily want trickles of draws. Trickles sometimes mean I'm just playing a couple small minions all at once, and that makes it easier for the opponent to trickle out removal or trickle out minion trades and keep up with your board. Sometimes you need to build that overwhelming dump of stuff. And that's why bigger draw, like Mega Reload, can help you create that overwhelming wave of pressure. I don't know that this does that. Now, we currently do see more trickle draw in Aggro Druid with Crooked Cook, but that doesn't sacrifice board. You get to develop the board with Crooked Cook. You get the body. He still contributes at least a little bit to your immediate onboard game plan while still being a trickle draw. This, you sacrifice your onboard game plan for the trickle draw. You're not developing a minion if you're spending 2 mana on Due Process. So I don't know. I don't really see it in the aggro druid world. Composting has worked better as that reload of a wave historically, not currently. So I just don't know. I just don't know. It's for the rest of the game? Well, yeah, but that's what we're saying is it's a trickle throughout the rest of the game. You only ever have, well, if this is your primary card draw engine, right? You have a couple cards each turn, which is never enough to overwhelm the defending deck against you. They can keep up with a couple cards per turn. It's when you get that handful of 5 things and you play them all at once, that's when they go, oh God, I can't, you know, you've created a check here that I can't answer. But if you just play a couple things, I can answer that. You know, I can trade into a minion, I can play one removal card. I'm gonna keep up. And even if it's 10 straight turns of 2 at a time, that's probably weaker than 2 turns of 3 or 4 at a time, if that makes sense. Now, this is obviously an oversimplification, but it's about the sort of philosophy that we're talking about. That's why, like with the old beast druids, we would see composting be so good, because they would build a big board, compost, right, and then they would draw 5 cards at once. And they'd play a couple of those tigers, those 4 or 5 taunt tigers, and they would have another big board immediately. And you'd be like, oh my God, I just dealt with this board. And now they have another freaking, you know, another board. I don't think Due Process is a kind of card that supports that in aggro decks. I don't think they get the next big board. I think they get a couple little boards in a row over and over again. So anyway, that's the aggro druid conversation. There's obviously a big world beyond aggro druid too. I think I reviewed this in full. I talked about like 7 different things for this card, so I don't want to go into all of it right now, but watch my review if you want my full thoughts. Yeah. Hey, Frox Boy, dude, thanks for the 2 months. And Grin Villain, thanks for the 200 bits. 400 bits now, in fact. Wow. And by the way, I didn't even acknowledge the obvious downside that you're giving your opponent more stuff too, which means they also get more ways to answer your board, more ways to counter pressure you. That's a whole downside I didn't even acknowledge. I'm pretending like it's not symmetrical. It's also symmetrical, and they get the card first. So I don't know. I just think there's a lot of challenges for this card to overcome, basically. But I'm gonna have some fun trying to make it work in Mildred. That's for dang sure. We're gonna play the crap out of it. Even in standard, I was already thinking about making a Mildred in standard with Death Rattle stuff, and then that comes along. Like, come on. We are gonna mill the crap out of people in wild 100%, and then also in standard. This was not the best way to do this, but here we are. So, okay. All right, let's go. Duels time. So guys, game plan. We're gonna play a Duels run, then we're gonna hop over and play some Arcanium. Some of you guys will know Arcanium because I've made actually quite a few videos on it now. It's a deck builder, really fun. I've been playing it literally for years at this stage. It's been in early access for a while, but it hit its full launch today. They're celebrating their full release. So we're gonna play some Arcanium later. They got a new game mode. It's actually kind of like a Duels run, I think, a little bit. So we're gonna do an arena run in Arcanium, which is a bit like Arena 2, but a bit like Duels, and check out some of the new heroes and stuff. And I'm gonna make a video out of that for tomorrow. But first, we're gonna do some Hearthstone Duel stuff. But stay tuned for the Arcanium thing. You may see Arcanium popping up in chat time and again too. There's some links in chat if you want to skip ahead and check that out. I set up a little command there. We'll check that out later though. We'll talk more. In the meantime though, let's focus in on any goodies for the full release. Well, there's some new heroes, a new game mode, and also they're giving away a PC. So we'll talk about that. You can see that again in chat there if you. Is that game hard? Not on the easy modes. No, there's multiple difficulties though, so you can make it hard. You can definitely make it hard, but it's pretty easy to start. I actually honestly play on the easier modes most of the time. You know, gaming for me has become, as I get older, less and less about achieving challenges and more about just having fun and cruising. I don't want things to be too crazy difficult. I don't mind it for Hearthstone when I'm streaming and stuff, but most of the time when I'm playing off stream, I just want a chill, fun, kind of easy-going experience, you know? I often play games on easy modes or story modes. Like, I don't want to stress about this too much. I like games like Elden Ring 2 though, where we had to struggle a little bit. That can be fun too, but often I choose easy. But anyway, you can do both in Arcanium. It's fine. What do you guys want to play? Everything feels like a little bit hesitant because we know now there's a mini set coming on Tuesday. Well, I've known that for a while. That's why I've been so bored. Every time I know there are cool new cards coming, I just get a little bit bored, you know? I just, my mind starts drifting to the new stuff. I haven't seen any cards yet, so I didn't know what it was going to be, but I just knew things were on the way. Somebody was talking earlier about a what was that, like an Enrage Dino brand, like unlocked potential Dino brand or something. I don't really want to do another unlocked potential though. We've done a little too much. Did you think cool with Drekthar? We were looking at Drekthar last time. We could do Tome Tampering again. The big Tome Tampering deck that got pretty close. Hero Attack Quest with Bran. The Warrior Quest? I mean, I can. I guess I have to ask. Is there any reason to? Oh yeah, we were gonna make a stealth deck. Can we do that with these classes though, or I need Rogue? Is this Rogue? No, this isn't Rogue. We need Vandar for Rogue. I did want to do a stealth deck. That's true, but I don't think this is the time. Dude, that Arcanium thing, that is like spamming a little bit. I need to change the timer on that. Hold up a second, guys. I need to change the timer on that. That's like spamming chat too much. Better hold up. Okay. We've done Totem already pretty successfully recently. We did Infuse Hunter. Demon Willow is kind of neat. Done the discard stuff. Shadow Warlock? It's kind of a fun idea. We haven't used the new Shadow stuff. Huh. We haven't really had a good Fel Warlock run either, to be honest. If I went for a Shadow Warlock, would I run Social Studies? There are still quite a bit of Soul Fragment cards. You know what we've never tried to do? I've never tried to really crazy force Soul Fragments like people do Relics. I don't know if it's as possible. You know, the way people force Relics so hard in Demon Hunter, basically only running Soul Fragment cards and then running a bunch of neutral cards. But I kind of want to... I really like the idea of that Shadow Soul Fragment. Sounded pretty cool, actually. Do I force? Because we got like Shadow Waltz and stuff that I've never... I don't even think I've played the card Shadow Waltz once in my life. Right? Or I've played Lady Darkvein once, but not much. But we could do this with a bunch of Soul Fragments. And just good shadow spells, obviously. Siphon Soul worth it? Is Void Drinker even any good? I don't know. I'm not so sure. Lady Darkvein gives us Battlecry buckets? Really? Hey, Bjorn Winfeld, dude, thanks for the gifted sub. Wow, man. That's really nice. You're really telling me Lady Darkvane's gonna screw up my buckets? I'm gonna do it anyway, honestly. Like, I do believe you. I'm not saying you're wrong. I think that makes a ton of sense. I completely buy it. Oh, is this gonna give me weird death rattles though? I wanted to run this guy with it too, right? But he's gonna give me weird death rattles. And I don't really want any other death rattle cards. I don't think. This is also Shadow. Can I run it? Maybe I need to run an Abyssal package with it. 2 more Battle Cries. Battle Cry, Battle Cry. I don't think I can have that. Am I gonna get curses? Gigafin, Tamsin Hero. I want a nice density here. I don't know. I think I'm gonna cut this. I'm worried that I'm split down the middle too much here, and I'm not really gonna utilize these abyssals well. They are shadow spells, which is pretty great. Is it possible to ditch all these Battlecry minions and still have a compelling shadow deck? Oh, she's Battlecry too. There's no way that's worth it. There's just no way that's worth it. Actually, I don't think Void Drinker is very good for the. I'm gonna cut Void Drinker, but I need touch. I need Mortal Coil's not bad. Hey, McGrew, dude, thanks to the tier 1. Can you believe this weather we're having, Regis? It has been crazy. It's been stormy. Now it's cold. I love it. I like how cold it is. An imp package to go with it. I don't hate that. Yeah, we're summoning imps. I mean, that could give me extra imps. Yeah, I mean, we could cut the abyssal package and go just full in on imps instead. I don't think I really need the abyssals if we're winning off imps. Shadow imp. I'm gonna be adding fell spells to the deck though if I'm not careful with the imps. Because there's a lot of fell spells that I might want to run to support imps. This is a shadow spell though. This is non-typed. I don't really want to have to pivot into phylactery stuff though. I mean, I like the way that this is a bit of a hybrid. I just wish I had better ways to summon imps that weren't fell spells. In other words, I don't know that the hero power is going to be enough. I think this makes a lot of sense shape wise though. I don't know, it is sort of split down the middle. It's kind of an aggro deck and kind of a control deck. The curses play better to the control game plan. I don't know how often I'm really going to overwhelm people with imps. can I do the split down the middle thing and still win games? Is Reform and Militia big enough to win games, right? I need Denathrius to win games. I just really don't want to play more Denathrius though. I'm so sick of Denathrius. Do I have enough shadow spells to make Eerie Stone good? Probably, yeah. I don't know. Let's do this. Whatever. The Shadow Imp, or as somebody in chat put it, the Shimp. I hope that is not an offensive word. If it is, I apologize. I didn't know. But Shimp sounds like a good portmanteau of Shadow Imp. Shadow Imp. Shrimp would also be kind of appropriate, but not quite. Alrighty, let's see how it goes. I shimp for you. Okay. Shipment on one worth it, not against this hero power, huh? This hero power just shuts down so many. I still can't believe this hasn't gotten changed. I don't know what it needs to be, but I feel like this hero power just shuts down so many strategies. Just forget it. You don't get to play anything, bro. Get out of here. I think we're just gonna lose this game, right? I don't think I can beat regular Reno stuff. I don't know what we can beat, to be honest. Oh, that might change things a little. That could give me more time or indicate a less refined deck, perhaps. I will totally tempo a librarian. That's fine. Yeah, 3 mana would help for sure. Ugh. Yeah, I don't need a ton of cards to win this game, I don't think. We're pretty early in the run. I don't think I need to be super greedy here, do I? I just want to spend my mana effectively now. Well, I don't know, man. Without like a life tap or normal draw, I might actually have to be more greedy. We don't have normal draw, so I need the few card draw and generation cards I have to actually be impactful, I think. Okay. Lucky Soul is good. We don't need to draw off this. That's fine. Just want to get the this should get buffed. Nice. Synergies. Yes. Synergies. It's funny, this lady doesn't really like imps. Her attack goes up because she's annoyed by the imps. If you look at the flavor of the card, I think. Seems more like she's annoyed. So it's funny that she's aligned herself with all these imp decks. She should really almost be against the imps over here and getting higher attack. Oh, that's a big whiff. Man, this is big damage output if they can't remove this stuff. Oh, that feels like an evasion already, right? They're just kind of ripping an evasion, I think. My lucky dudes. Okay. Oh, no, it's not. Oh my god. All right. What is that? Maybe a cheat or a not cheat, a double cross? I don't think I'm gonna play the Mischievous Imp then. Kind of hate how this turn's not doing a lot. I would love to draw a Spirit Jailer here. This can do damage, which is nice. That could give me a lethal check next turn if they don't do anything else to remove stuff here. Alrighty. Let's see how it goes. That's removal, I guess. Oh, just a sap. Wow. That is not particularly efficient, is it? Jeez. A torch, okay. So Mischievous Imp here is pretty nuts. We'll wait on this for reach later. I gotta ask if I double cross or not here. Could also just go here. It's for 5, but I like having this as reach instead, right? Do I double cross or not, guys? Maybe it's a kidnap? Nope. 1 damage puts them at 5. This can't go face. I don't really have a 5 reach anyway. I think I wait in that case, right? I don't see any reason to give them extra cards if I'm not setting up lethal. I think we wait a turn. Might be hard again to answer this board, and then hopefully the Shadow Light's still active for later. Heart of Cthulhu, okay. So yeah, developing there wouldn't have helped us much. Jailer. Jailer Imp. I mean, maybe I go ahead and put in the Scholar here just to get the board now. I want more board presence, right? Still floating a mana for that double cross. I do lose my reach, but the 3/4 on board obviously is worth a lot. I have Reform for reload. Yeah, I think we need to do it. I'm gonna lose the ability to do this at some point anyway if I draw too many soul fragments, right? So I have to be a little careful, maybe. I don't know. It's hard to know how patient to be here with a deck we've never played against a different variation here of Reno decks, but we'll see how it feels. Prep. Vanish into something. Oh, prep eye. Oh my. Okay, I like that. Setting up a hero power maybe. Ooh, that's good. I bet. Oh, I'm so sick of this hero power, dude. I'm so sick of it. Okay, we did keep something alive, but this is not an imp, right? So Rafam, well, he's not infused anyway, but he wouldn't buff it regardless. Okay, so we still do this, of course. We need the bodies here. The monster board. Right? Do they have Vanish? Do they have Stealthy Thing? Do they have Flame Strike's not good enough? Maw is not good enough. Body's not good enough. Mask doesn't feel like it's gonna be good enough. Although that's pretty good. A lot of stuff at 1 health here could snipe me. Oh my god, stop it. Okay, nice. Oh god, dude. Too scary. Too scary. Okay, I think we navigated that pretty well, actually. I'm fairly happy with that. Wasn't bad. Wasn't too bad. Alrighty. Not Inspiring Presence. Robes is kind of interesting. We do have a lot of spell removal. Well, I don't know if I'd say a lot, I guess. We have a little. Touch, Drain, Soul Shear, School Spirits. If we do indeed get Soul Fragment buckets, I think they would benefit pretty well from this. My thoughts are, I don't think this deck does especially well with Crystal Gem. We do have some 2 and 3 mana plays, but I don't think we're cheating anything out so crazy that that's better than Robe. We're not like getting a crazy hero power press like Vandar or something, or Drekthar would. I think Robes has the most upside here. I think it has the most upside. Okay. Interesting. This is a pain bucket, I guess. I don't know why we got a pain bucket. Maybe they think with soul fragments you're wanting to take damage, I guess. But I don't think that's helpful. Yeah, we don't even have like a flame imp or anything here. Okay. I don't know. Arena minions. I mean, backfire is I think generally good. Card draw is nice, but I don't know what's up here. I mean, I don't think we have enough card draw to maintain a mountain giant. Bread baker, same thing. Like I don't think our hands are gonna be full enough. Oh, this is misery. Oh my god, these fit so poorly. Man, I feel like it's a pretty tight deck list too, for the record. I don't know what set off the pain. Maybe soul fragments are tied up with pain. I just don't know. I don't know. Yeah, this does have a death rattle, and this has a death rattle. Could be dangerous. So taking this does dodge some other disruptors to the buckets. I don't know though, man. These are literally only good with themselves right now. I mean, in theory, if we got enough pain stuff, like, yes, the soul fragments would be there to you know, hedge against that weakness of taking all that damage, but I don't think that's very good.
Willow versus Vandar. This battlefield will be mine.
I didn't want my inner conflict to.
All right, librarian's nice. Hoarder, I think, is fine. We keep school spirits ever. Does play to our passive, but I don't know that it's the right shape here. I don't know. I like getting a 3/2 out of it too. Hey Shady, what's up, man? Tamsin, eh? I can't explain how much I would rather have a spirit jailer than a librarian on one every time. It's so much better. It is just outrageously higher quality, but we miss it seemingly a lot, so I don't know. Spirit bomb.
Are you little?
Yeah, I think I take it actually. I just want to keep the board in check here. Yeah, I hate taking 5. Yes, robes is gonna end up hurting us more than helping us, these stupid spirit bombs, but that's okay. Oh, actually, maybe I should use it against that. Is school spirits worth it here just to clear that guy? I think so, actually. Yeah, I get a 3/2 as well, right? So it's not like I'm giving up. I guess the question is, could I... How many things are going to get played anyway? Is this going to get, like, Divine Shield? I don't know. Kind of wish I had a Spirit Bomb, to be honest, but it's okay. This works all right. Just getting ahead is worth something. Okay, so Dark Lair is pretty much garbage. Lucky Soul Hoarder is still fine. We get another 3/2 out of that, so it's a pretty big board build. That's not too bad. Awkward to trade with, but ooh, Divine Shield's good. Jeez. Wow, never mind, it's bad. Bonkers. Divine Shield made that so insane. Okay, this definitely play. We're gonna get imps in for Rafam, right? So we need to get some bodies down. I have 2 imps currently. So Rafam not great yet. I need maybe another soul fragment card next turn. I need, I don't know, mischievous imp. We're not infusing well here at all though. Taunt's fine, I guess. Yeah, all right. That's not the strongest turn they've had yet. Impending. Do I take impending with Rome, or do I want to play something post impending? I wonder. I really do want to play something so that Rafam has better options next turn. Like, I'd love to play a Soul Shear, for instance, or even a Spirit Jailer, just to get more imps in. There aren't too many things I can play. I think it's worth it though to try. Let's see. I don't think we want to Tamsin this just yet. There are some good rolls here. In worst case, I could just tempo a Dark Lair if I have to. Touch is touch worth it to protect a minion here, or am I better off just Dark Lairing? Reform still sucks is the problem. I'm gonna wait on the touch. I think we just trade in here. We're obviously behind, like that's quite clear. Reform I think is just not good yet, right? Only 2 imps and they're not buffed. I just don't think that's gonna be the turn 6 play. I'm gonna try to get through this turn with a Tamsin, I think. Tamsin touch. Hopefully I hit a Soul Shear off the top. That would be just absolutely insanely perfect for us. So that we could clear more stuff and get more imps into a Reform and or a Militia. I don't know. Either one's fine, but I really want to see that Soul Shear, basically. That would make my life very happy. Is that Wind Fury? No. Did I get Rush or something? Diseased Vulture. Ain't it, though, man. Ugh. I only have 1 Soul Fragment in the deck. Gosh, dang it. We're not drawing what I need at all. There is a part of me that just kind of likes Tempo Vulture because I can't really use the second touch very well right now. Obviously, I could save it for later. I think there's a question about whether or not I have to play Reform now and just get some 3/2s. Because what in the heck else am I supposed to do to stay alive here? I'm not even... Like, 1 Wind Fury, you know, this game's gone, basically. I think I have to do this. Because I think if I get it infused next turn, it'll be too late to matter. I'll be too far behind. I don't think Tamsin Touch does enough. If I drew something to play with the Tamsin, literally any 3-mana minion, or I guess actually 2-mana minion, might have been better. I'm just going to Tempo Reform. It hurts. I hate it. I don't like this, but it's just the best I can do right now. I can't fall any further behind. I mean, once we get to a Demonology or some Soul Shear, Drain Soul turns, you know, we can be more careful maybe, but at this rate, it's just we need better plays. Also, by the way, Shadow Waltz with Tamsin is insane. Oh, wow. Like I said, 1 Wind Fury basically ends the game. So, great. Cool. Yeah, I think Henchman's solid, right? We don't have to worry about drawing that. That's fine. Just free draw. We like it. It's like, what does it think I am? Just don't know. I am honestly gonna take this now. It's a little better the more of this we get, but also I just think this card draw is pretty decent. Again, Backfire hurts me extra, but whatever. I don't know how he got set on the pain bucket. Is it really just Soul Fragments? That really surprises me. Soul Fragments heal you, but that doesn't mean you want to take damage. You know what I mean? It's not inherently saying like, yeah, I got healing, so I'm gonna take a lot of extra damage. It doesn't, I don't know. It's really strange. Yeah, Vinny, I know now that we took a pain. I'm saying, why did it give us that in the first place? You're not understanding the conversation, I don't think. I know the more we get, the more likely it is, but I don't know what started it. I guess it's just Soul Fragments. Why don't Reno decks run Wildfire and Reckless Apprentice? They are both banned because the Reno decks made them OP. The Reno decks made them OP. Vinny says, I told you earlier. I don't see that, man. I told you why before. I don't see it. I'm reading your chat messages. Okay. I don't want any of these. We need a faster start. Where am I from? This is actually really solid. I am from the state of pain. With these pain buckets. Actually, I'm from the state of misery, as some people say. Missouri, as some people would put it. Flame Imp is in the bucket. So you're saying that because the hero power has Flame Imps, that the buckets give you pain off of the fact that your hero power summons a Flame Imp. I can't, if that is true, that is the most illogical thing I've ever heard in my life. Because you don't play the Flame Imps. That is completely absurd. I cannot, that's just unimaginably unlogical, Blizzard. It's, you know, the fact that it's a Flame Imp is not even remotely relevant to the hero power, you know, that's a coincidence, really. Am I tempoing a School Spirit just to get a freaking minion down? No, not yet, not yet. Let's wait. I'd rather use the Soul Shear in the meantime. Hey, Grimgod, dude, doing all right? Do I Shadow Waltz for 1? I mean, I guess. I don't know. My opponent's doing literally nothing. Terrified. These guys look so cool. I feel like I'm not getting any of my Soul Fragment cards. I mean, I guess we don't have a lot because they weren't in buckets, so maybe that's the issue. If we get Eerie Stone, I still think there's a chance for this deck. It's just we're going to be starting to get a major deficit. Hey, Kirsten Lopez. I have been following all the Twitch streamer drama. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. There are a lot of incredibly immature and dangerous people who get popular streaming and then unfortunately leverage their immaturity to influence thousands and thousands of others. It's really, really crazy. The you know, it's like, you know, the old phrase, like the cream rises to the top or whatever they say, you know. You know, we all know that phrase, like, you know, the cream rises to the top. I think on Twitch and social media platforms, it's the opposite. I think the crap rises to the top in some cases. I know it might sound like, oh, he's just a bitter streamer, man. I promise I'm not. I don't want to be famous. I am not jealous. I'm just sad for the state of, you know, Twitch and the universe of Twitch viewers. It's sad sometimes. Crap floats. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Okay, this board's really nice. I mean, I'm assuming they have, you know, the other Cthulhu card to clear this, unfortunately, but if not, we might just win, so that's good. They may not have it yet, right? Deck's still pretty big. 14 cards in deck. Hey, Grixie, thanks for the 16 months. That's really nice. Touch of Nathrazim is in the bucket. Oh, so maybe it's not actually the hero power. Maybe it's touch. Okay. So maybe if we had dodged touch, we wouldn't have got a pain bucket. Man, see, that's the sort of stuff I hate. As I've told you guys before, like, I don't want to have to play with the tool on Firestone and manipulate my buckets and stuff. I think that goes against the spirit of what I want out of duels. I think you should if you want to succeed in duels. I think that's totally fine. Not judging anybody or the tool itself. It's just, you know, I like the idea of, like, thematic exploration, I guess, more than manipulation. But I think that's unfortunate that a card that's not even really directly related to the bucket is in the bucket, number one, but also that it can just completely throw off the entire ecosystem in some ways. I think that's frustrating too. Is this worth a spirit bomb? Like kill off my own spirit jailer for a 3-drop? I think it might be, yeah. Take some damage too, which I guess sucks. Maybe it's not worth it. Let's just wait. What's the hurry, I guess? We have this as a reload if needed. This might survive some damage anyway. I might need the spirit bomb. Reform is obviously a great reload too. I guess I actually only have 2 imps. I played a soul shear and a spirit jailer, right? Is the only 2? Not school spirits yet, so that's a pretty good spirit bomb target. Okay. Is this lethal? Well, no, they're healing a bunch, so not gonna be lethal. I think I trade in an imp here, right? Because I want that in the resurrection pool for Rafam. Although I guess arguably if the imps are gone and I'm playing Rafam anyway, does it really matter? If they are alive, he buffs the imps anyway. So no, maybe we don't. Maybe we don't. That makes this attack higher too that way. Interesting. I was gonna play a Lucky Soul, but it locks out my board too much, maybe. I think we'll just chill again. Take one more turn of chill. Oh. Okay. Chill denied. I mean, Reform is better, but still not really enough imps. We might have to go school spirits here. Sadly, the Onyxia does not care though. At all. Oh, everything's dead anyway, so maybe we don't. Maybe we just Reform. He's still only 2 imps though, man. That's so lame. I want him to be more imps. Maybe we just Militia then. I think that's better. I have to decide here if I want to play the Wicked Shipment or not. Makes the Reform much, much better. I could also trade it though. This makes an imp as well, but I want to res the imps, right? I think we do this. I think we play it. I'm trying to end here. I don't think I'll ever win this game going too long because I think like Denathrius is a possibility. Certainly Cthulhu we know later. I need to end the game sooner rather than later. So let's create the pressure now. Whether it's this board or the Reform itself, like he can buff these imps or make them again. It might help me set up the lethal push. So Reform puts these to 3/3 each. This is 9, 14 damage. If they weren't to play a taunt or removal here, we would have a lethal. That unfortunately is both. Oh joy. Oh joy. Now the good news is I can clear these simultaneously with School Spirits. I don't have to worry about the Grey Bow right now. Obviously there can be resurrect effects. We've seen some Hadronox stuff, for instance. But thankfully this is okay. And I think we were fine. Let's just make one more big board here. All our imps are dead. Big old board. Playment bonus. Alright. I like it. Do they have one more sticky board? Denial or removal? Cthulhu card. Oh, it's a big heal, but is it a clear? Not enough of a clear here, perhaps. So we have 25 left. 15, 21, 24. Oh, you're kidding me. Is that, did I just do that math right? 15, 21, 24. I can draw the soul fragment guy. Oh. I need the actual soul fragments in the deck too, though. Tamsin doesn't do it. Oh my god. I can try to draw off this as well, but then I'm running out of mana. Shadowlight Scholar is the way to get this done. This still... No, this doesn't leave me board space, though. If I play this, I don't have the board space. I'm better off playing Tamsin probably and just killing the Denathrius then. That's stressful, dude. I'm gonna have to hit it once. Fine. Basically just reloading one more time. Like, try again, bro. Okay. We just keep not quite getting there. Chipping. Order missed a heal? On what? Oh, yeah, on the touch. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was thinking it wasn't ever going to go off. But yeah, I could have traded first, sure. As you can tell, I'm not super worried about our health total, particularly post-Denathrius. Mostly worried about setting up lethals. Which we've done, yay! Finally, dude. Wave after wave. Board after board. This definitely feels a little bit more like an imp aggro deck at this stage than otherwise. Eerie Stone. Yeah, okay, that's definitely it. It's not even close. Refresh your hero power on a hero power that can't be refreshed. Duels, never stop being you, Duels. I mean, Dark Bomb's pretty good for us, honestly. Gnome is not going to be super useful, but I don't think we want the quadruple Rafam deck. I don't think 4 Rafams, but also not one Soul Fragment deck, dude. Not one Soul Fragment card has been offered to me this entire time. It's definitely this. Like, this is a Shadow Spell. It's fine. I gotta take a pee break though, guys. I'll be right back. We'll try to make more out of this, but give me 1 minute. Alrighty. I mean, just, I was thinking about that in the bathroom, like adding Touch of the Nathrazim basically ruined the Duels run. I mean, we're still gonna make something out of it. I'm not being salty, right? But think about that. Adding one card that happened to be in a stray pain bucket, which, by the way, you have no way of knowing unless you're using outside third-party tools. There's no indication of that in the game, but one card added the pain bucket. Then I had to take the pain bucket because it was the only one that didn't have death rattle stuff that threw me off. So then I get more pain buckets because I got a pain bucket, and before you know it, your entire deck is just completely warped because you chose one card that isn't really even a pain card. It's just a heal and removal shadow card. You know, I would say it's not even really appropriate to be in a pain bucket. Again, yes, healing is the other side of pain, but it's not inherently pain focused. It's so strange. There's so many problems with that system. All right, actual soul fragments. This, I would rather have the generators than the payoffs for sure, but Sec does have a little more reach now with the dark bombs. This can be reached technically. Gnome is certainly a fine turn 2. Eerie Stone with School Spirits is, I think, the most exciting option here. We may just be able to swing really hard off that. This is the same. Really good shadow spell for Eerie Stone here. Lucky Soul's nice. That's a really good turn 3, actually, if we don't get a board to clear. See ya, Impending Catastrophe. Man, they have so much value. Anyway, I don't think they're worried about that. The bronze signets here off the chart value, potentially. This is a minion, I guess, huh? Yeah. Oh, what a minion to get off your freaking bronze signet, eh? Jeez. Was it, though? Yeah, it was, right? Jeez. So I think I'm gonna save the School Spirits here, right? And greed it a little bit. Like, I think, well, let's see. If he has a copy of this, it wouldn't have gotten the buff. Might have gotten buffed after, so it might be another 6-5. It might go up to 7 health next turn. I guess I can't really effectively deal with 7 health. I think I better kill this one now, in other words. I don't think I can rely on the school spirits. I think it's fine to just play this one now. We better be careful. Because now I can actually summon an imp as well and realize the benefit potentially. Alright. Oh, Fellwalker was in hand. Okay. Was not buffed, it looked like, though. Assuming it shows that. So that may, in fact, be another gigantic impish boy, which Spirit Bomb actually could handle fairly effectively. That might be good news. Let's just stick to the smaller minions here. Save this stuff for a crazy board. I'm a little relieved that we have a little value generation now, because I still think our deck is pretty light on card draw ultimately, but you know, Eerie Stone can fill in the gaps perhaps a little bit. Oh, that's pretty spicy. I feel like I do want to kill that, to be honest. Probably could Spirit Bomb touch that, but if I do, does that mean I don't have a great answer to that other big imp? Because Spirit Bomb and Touch are my big single target removals. That said, I can't let it have Echo either. I can't have them with a cheap Echo dude where they just chain for 1 billion. I don't think I want to rip the school spirits yet either, so maybe we'll try to use... I mean, I have Demonology. I think it'll be fine. I have Demonology. It'll be okay. We can make it work like this. Is this playable yet? Let's get a board down then. I don't think I care about this going face so much. All right. Glinda into Henchman's actually pretty cool later, if I wanted to hold on to this for a while. Because this gets so big, right? I mean, does the echoed version have the same stats though? I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not. I think it resets, doesn't it?
These books are ruined.
Okay, they are really juicing that demon right there. I mean, again, we have demonology to solve that problem, so I'm not super stressed about it. Yeah, they'll be small. That's what I thought. Yeah, we can draw some here. I don't really need to play a Glinda right now. It doesn't hurt though. She is just a 3/7. Maybe I do just tempo. Do we think they have a board clear? Maybe Abyssal Wave? It's not really shaped that well here, honestly. Let's play it. I think we're fine. No, this one's not an aura. It's the other card that's an aura, the 4-drop guy. It would work. I'm just gonna take a look and see what this shows. Just curious. It should be a 1/1 though. Yeah, it is. Not worry about Mortal Coil, so let's try to keep higher health totals and everything else. Okay, not a bad board. I don't expect a ton of Glinda values. I'm just playing it for a 3/7 really here. Putting them on the back foot pretty hard. This guy is gonna be so big. Oh, that's a different guy. Oh, my 1 health actually backfired. No, not like this. No, no. It actually backfired. Okay, definitely not worried about a demonology yet. Let's start here. So many potentially great spells. This is a 8 damage combo. How much damage is this here? 12? Huh. Can I just leave this guy alive for a turn and just set up to win next turn? Just maybe try to build enough board here. I mean, we could play a bunch of these, I guess, with Echo. Is that better than playing 1 diseased vulture? I mean, it is if I get an imp, I guess. I could always school spirits that would kill them all. I guess I just get more sort of value at least.
These books are ruined.
I don't know. A little bit weird. It's technically more damage on board as well, right? So. But I am gonna push face. I'm not too worried about the 1 damage here. And I know this is really close to a lethal check. If any 1 attack were to live here, this is 8 damage. So And I think if it backfires, you know, we have outs to go this direction instead. So hopefully it's not a major problem if it backfires at all. Yeah, that seems totally fine. Weirdly, I do need a little bit of board space, but I think I can always trade in for that, no problem. Kind of just gonna have lethal on board, maybe. Yeah, okay. He's at 3 is working out just perfectly. Great. Nice, dude. This is great. I think the robe is pretty legit, by the way. I could have even played 2 Tamsins. All right. Good win, good win. This deck's 3-1. Wow. I would say it's gone pretty poorly in the treasure selection phase, but it's working out pretty nicely otherwise. I think I take Reflections here. It's just so good. I don't actually think it's that good in our deck. I think rarely is it going to feel amazing. We could maybe like buff a librarian by summoning a bunch of imps. Could make some cool Tamsin plays, maybe. Just get a bunch of spells in hand. Tamsin Reflections Dark Bomb, for instance, is kind of crazy. So there is some stuff we can do. But ultimately, I just think it's good against opponents as well. This is kind of good with, what's his name? Hinchman. Sometimes you can do cool stuff there, but it takes forever to win like that. So I think Reflections is the win condition card for sure. Have I even, like, legitimately, I think I've been offered 1 shadow spell. I guess Doom. I mean, it's probably this, but I don't need it. I just don't know what happened. It just falls apart so fast. I feel like I'm sick of talking about this. We harp on it every run, you know, but what can I say? It just is a weird system. It's hard not to harp on it. It's hard not to react. It's frustrating. So, you know, I just react. I don't mean to be negative about it all the time. I'm still having fun. I get weird stuff. I gotta react. I don't know. Call me crazy. I can't help it. You know, Eerie Stone wasn't great last game, but it mattered. It definitely mattered. These are both really good Eerie Stone cards. Spirit Bomb Dark Lair is a pretty neat combo as well. But only 1 mana crystal refresh. This card got nerfed so much. I don't even know if this is worth it anymore. I think I go here and go for Soul Fragment cards instead. Did you guys hear this? I don't know if this is true, but I saw on Reddit that if you type the words like I'm 12 or I'm 10, Twitch will auto ban your account. So don't try it because they think you're young. Like they think you're underage for Twitch. So if I like had a race and I gave you guys numbers and I said, hey, what number are you? And you wrote, I'm 7, you'd get banned. I don't know if that's true, but I saw that on Reddit the other day. Anyway, I think I'm going to keep these in. it's the biggest bait. Yeah, well, I didn't mean it to be, but oh my God, dude. If we get an Ancient Reflections here, we could go absolutely bonkers. What is that, a 9 mana play, I guess? I could actually kill my own Tamsin, though. And get her cheaper and then set it up earlier. Like if I were offered an Ancient Reflections right away, for instance, that could be a sneaky good play. I don't think we'll take that line just yet, but sneaky interesting play nonetheless. I do not think I kill this and take 5 quite yet. I think I can probably just Drain Soul it next turn, or maybe just coin a School Spirits if there's more stuff. The 2-drop piratey thing in particular is kind of spooky, but anyway, I think I have enough healing in hand that I don't freak out about this just yet. We are gonna have to maintain, you know, some defense here. By the way, Mulch Madness, dude, that's crazy. I've never seen that in my life. Do I go School Spirits now and just tidy this up? I think it's a little premature, but I get the 3/2, which is pretty nice, number one, and beyond that, I get these, which is really nice. I can just play them right away and really swing the board in my favor, which I think sets me up pretty well moving forward. I still have some of this stuff if I need to react to a board, but I think this just gives me such a notable advantage right now that I take it. Because if I'm ahead on board, they're going to have a really hard time establishing. So I don't think greeting the school spirits here effectively is going to be worth the trouble. I think I like this. And I still have Lucky Soul too, that's pretty powerful, so. Swordfish is not board development, so that's nice. I wonder if they even feel like they have to trade in here a little bit. Typically, this is a deck that loves going face, but if they're this far behind, I wonder. I was browsing the Hearthstone subreddit's reaction to the jailer, and someone asked about polymorph on immune minions. Someone replied mass polymorph would work, and your opponent would have herd immunity. Oh my god, the combo. How much damage actually is this? I would get 7 0-mana dark bombs in hand. And Tamsin would cost 1, Reflections would cost 4, that's 5, and Dark Bomb costs 2, so that's 7. As long as I kill the Tamsin early, that could be a what did I say, 7 times 4? But then there's also the original one as well, so it's really 8 times 4. That would be a 32 damage combo if I killed the Tamsin early, which I can certainly do. That's not a big issue. But it still takes 7 mana because this is 4, 1, and 2. Yeah, it would still be on a turn. So in other words, I wouldn't need to do that maybe before turn 6. You know, if I could just win the game in the meantime, who cares, right? We'll just win the game. Which currently we're winning on board very hard, obviously. There's actually a cool play here with Ancient Reflections and that pirate. For instance. But I don't have a lot of board space, so is it worth it? I could buff this by quite a bit, but I'd have to trade in, you know, and this too, by the way, it's summoned, so I would be summoning, I think, quite a few. I'd have to take some negative trades. I'd get 4 pirates, so I would deal 8 damage. This guy would get big enough. Still trade this here. Kind of don't hate it, honestly. Am I better off taking really negative trades? Oh, well, wait, that's going to be a lie before I trade. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to get a copy of that anyway. I kind of think this is fine. I know there's like the meme play we talked about, but I sort of like this better, guys. I think this is better. Oh, it's going to die, of course. I totally forgot. It's going to die to the pings, obviously. I think this is just a game-winning board, right? Not to mention insane face damage. The greed here just doesn't seem worth it. 23, I feel very safe to face. So let's just build the monster play.
You're awfully good for someone who shouldn't be doing this.
Yeah, Greenskin's not gonna make the cut. Cool. I love winning off their stuff, by the way. That's really fun. Like, thank you for these minions, buddy. We appreciate it. I just basically only played their cards, really. I'm the captain now. Yes, exactly. Oh, what a great, yes, I'm the captain now. It's perfect. It's perfect. Okay, it's got to be Vampiric Fangs, right? At first I was like, oh, we get wide boards, but this is a shadow removal spell. That's perfect for us. We can take something really big and kill it and make it very cheap, which is nice. Okay, this is actually a couple shadow spells. Now, Shadow Waltz is obviously not like an Eerie Stone payoff, though, to be clear. So if Eating Shadows does, it does clear a minion, so we could play that for 3 sometimes. A little deadly shot type guard. Lady Darkvein, I mean, yeah, I think that's okay. Does Eerie Stone proc off Lady Darkvein, guys? Is Reno active? No. Because I have 2 diseased vultures in my pain deck. Does Lady of Darkvein work? It doesn't say after like you. Well, it does say you destroy a minion with a shadow spell, so probably not. I don't think you do the destroying if Lady Darkvein does it, or one of her minions does it. But it does say they play a shadow spell or cast a shadow spell or whatever. So we'll see, maybe. I hope we get to find out. Did you guys see this Wrath of the Lich King classic trailer? I don't want to watch the whole thing now, but it's basically using like in-game graphics, like the animations and the character models, but they're like way cooler looking, like super high-res textures, really detailed. But if you watch it in motion, you can tell it's in-game models, like the animations and stuff, the way they run and everything. It looks exactly like, but it's just way cooler. It's like a really awesome looking trailer. Yeah, I don't know who Hurricane is, but apparently they made a really sick trailer, whoever they are. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. What if WoW actually looked like that? How great would that be, man? I think I can do better. I don't even think I want Lady Darkvein. I think I need stuff that can respond early and get me some Eerie stone value, so touch is good. Spirit Jailer's not bad either to get a 3-2 right away. That's nice. Librarian, probably a fine follow-up later, yeah. I want the 3-2 now, though. Okay. That worth a touch already? I think so, yeah. I want to clear and... oh, actually, hold up. Order in the court! Oh my god, we can actually say order in the court now with the new mini set. Because it's in the court. It's Maw and Disorder. It's Disorder in the court. It's amazing. All right, so big swing on board now. Don't think typically Hunter's great at answering this sort of board, which is nice. We can use Dark Bomb perhaps to even swing harder now. I also don't hate a Dark Glare if I don't have a better play. Saving that Dark Bomb for reach later can be good. Creepy Curio doesn't feel like a great thing for me to deal with. Pretty good shape against this board, actually. Staff is scary. A lot of potential removal in a staff. You kind of hate to Dark Bomb this. I'm gonna play the Henchman here, and I think I'll trade in 1/1/1, but otherwise we ship it Fates. I'm just playing this to sort of deny these trades a little bit. Nothing in hand was so compelling that floating a mana feels that bad, so just try to create some awkwardness. This was really one of the better things that could have lined up against us, denying these 2 attacks from making a great play, Dark Bomb from being useful, etc. Kind of want to wait till 5 on this one. Do need some more cards. We have this little card draw here, but nothing else. Hey, Mevica Jones! Thanks for the Prime sub. I'm gonna play the Law and Order sound effect every time you play a mini set card. I got a little button here I can push. The Law and Order button. It is a good dramatic sound effect. All right, 3 mana only. Feels like we're further into the game than 3 mana, honestly. Oh wow, just completely passing the turn. Now that's a shocker. I think I still push face. It makes me nervous. It feels like maybe they have a play that's compelling that is going to clear a board or something. These mage cards add a real component that's hard to predict. Did they get a fire sale? Did they get a cone of cold? Did they get a frost nova? I don't know. Is that a fire sale off the top? Normally things we wouldn't have to worry about in Hunter become a real concern. Ultimately, though, happy to just play stuff, do our thing. That's really nice. Takes 2 trades. That's really, really powerful. Cleans out my minions nicely. Double discount, too, is gross. Can they play something right away here? Lucky Soul's good, though. Lucky Soul Imp Swarm's actually really good. Just another monster board. Militia's not bad right now as long as we can dodge some soul fragments or maybe make more next turn. Certainly a soul shear next turn feels like it could be very good. I kind of need them to play good minions that live so I can gain some Eerie Stone value. They've played only garbage or things that trade in. Oh. Could be a flame ward, could be an explosive trap. Oh crap. Okay. Looks like explosive to me, buddy. Jeez. And Flame Ward both. Wow, I called it. All right. Well, Shadow Walt is a good redevelopment, so that's fine. In the scheme of the universe, we can't complain. Jeez. Mad prediction skills, Regis. Who am I? Nostra Regis. Oh, Mountain Bear. Ooh. Militia is actually the right board shape here, but really clunky trades, right? Really clunky trades. You'd kind of like to see a Soul Shear on this Mountain Bear, I think, because I could play my own. But I don't know, a 5-mana Mountain Bear, it's good, but it's not like crazy. I'm better off just waiting for later. Double soul fragments here. A third one here, just like value trade of 2/4. I think this is probably the move. It's nice to infuse Rafam in hand too, so I think this is probably it for now. We'll still get value off these later, I think. I don't know. It works for me, whatever the case. It feels fine. It's a lot of 2/4s. Do I ever maybe not trade? I think I do it this way so that I protect health on this guy at least. Because they can trade favorably otherwise. I don't know, this really did pull them back into the game though, for sure. You know, this really created a ton of value. All right. So, well, let's see. Rafam next turn's good. We can Rafam and use a spell, which is nice. This could be one of those games where I go for the Dark Bomb lethal over the top, since they've kind of stabilized it a bit. I don't know that all their minions are going to have taunt, so that stabilization may not last forever, but for now, they've counter-stabilized a hair. Mask of Cthulhu. Wow. Okay, I might have tried to trade a little first, I guess, but worked out okay. Maybe floated a damage here. That militia being at 3 is really nice, though. What if they ever don't trade themselves for the same reason I didn't, right? Just force me to do it. Nope. They trade. Wow, even killed a militia. Wow. Okay, so Rafam looks nuts. I don't really think it's worth it here yet. That's not worth it yet either. We can win on board with Rafam here for now. I love the symmetry, Rafam. Thank you, buddy. So if they don't resolve these minions and try to rely on taunts, we can use hopefully like soul shears and drain souls and stuff to clean up. If they do trade in, then we got to figure out a way to redevelop. Maybe wait on a demonology, for instance. We'll just see. Soul shear it, it'll stay infused. Oh, the Rafam? Oh, that's an interesting idea. Kill off my own Rafam with my own soul shear. I do like that, yeah. It's pretty sneaky. I also like killing an 8/8 too, though. Oh my god. No lethals here because of the 8/8, right? I can kill my own Rafam though, man. I sort of dig that. I think that's a cool sneaky play. Yeah, Demonology is also Shadow. Yep, that's right. I think I do this though, man. I like this a lot. I like the kill my own Rafam plan. I mean, would I rather get multiple Moargs or I'd rather get another Rafam, right? Always. Well, I can do both. Why am I acting like... Why am I acting like I can't do both? I don't know. I can just do it all. Do it all. Do I use the Dark Bomb? No, let's save that for a combo maybe. Yeah, 4 mana Rafam. That's cool. Next turn we actually still have Imps active as well, which is nice. So we might be able to buff the Imps. Crazy good value here. Mutanus burned. Okay, that could help. Alrighty. Clear all my Imps, leave Tamsin alive, and let me draw our Ancient Reflections, okay? That's the actual game plan here. Kill Tamsin. I don't think I need to. She's only really good with what? Demonology, I guess. Well, okay. I don't know. I was gonna say I think she has a pretty good chance of being alive, but I kind of don't hate killing Tamsin to make sure you have an extra Demonology. I don't hate it. I kind of buy it. Hoping to just win maybe, but I think it makes some sense. I don't hate you. I don't hate you here. All right, so let's see. We got 4 damage increments. So if I trade an imp, hit for 4 and 4, or even like 5 and 4, then I have 14 to face, plus another 4 to face. It's 18 or 20. There's got to be a lethal here, right? There's just got to be a lethal. I need board space, but I also want to buff these. I feel like there has to be a lethal. Am I insane? I don't actually see it yet, but it just feels like there has to be a lethal. This is like 1 damage off from killing the 2/4s though. Right? Oh god, I actually don't know if this is right or not. Boy. I don't think it's lethal, right? I'm gonna go anyway, but I don't think it is. Oh, it's 1 off, dude. No. Was that my max damage output? I think it was. Might have been a way, but I had to trade an imp into a minion anyway, so I thought I was slightly better trading it off and letting it die first. Was that my max damage, guys? I can't actually remember or think. Like, I think it was, but jeez, Nathria sucks. So I have 16 here. I get the infused Denathrius for next turn if I Demonology, right? Or Doom, I guess, too. I don't know, whatever. Probably better off Dooming then, honestly. Demonology's cheaper. Oh, can I Rafam? Well, I get another Rafam too, yeah. You are insane. Lethal's Rafam first? I don't think it was. That's what I was saying. I think you always had to trade an imp in. Maybe the math was there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you don't get minions first with... It's after. I think I better use Demonology then to make sure that I get the Rafam back. Shame I can't play the Rafam right away. But I am going to get a 3... I'm going to get a 3/2 and a Mountain Cub, so it's not like we're doing nothing. And some little imps, I guess, too. Pretty good turn regardless, right? And we get the 26 infused Denathrius, which is insane. Yeah. That's so gross, dude. Like, if they don't kill me with Denathrius, I just get to take their insane Denathrius. Look at this hand. None of these cards are even mine. I guess this one's mine, but none of these cards are real. This is so gross. All right, what do they have now? Gold and Kobold digging for an answer. Okay. Did anybody go back and count out that lethal turn, if it was lethal or not, the turn I was one off? I'm really curious. There may have been some math. The imps were going to 5, though. I guess some of the imps were going to 7, but then you lose some damage efficiency again. I just don't really see it being lethal, but... Oh, Ancient Reflections for 9. That's sad. Was this enough? Cool. Alrighty. Good win again, man. This deck's actually pretty sick. This is a really nice little run. I think I like Doom a little better. Spirit Bomb's not bad, though, and Flesh Giant's pretty good, too. I don't really love the Flame Imp. Doom is good, but it is late game, and I hate the other two. No, Spirit Bomb's good. Spirit Bomb's a nice discount, too. I went back and looked, and you had about 69 damage. I counted 420. Wow, guys, numbers are funny. Thank you guys for your help. Numbers are so funny. Numbers are so funny. Do-do-do. 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 Guys, I'm supposed to start my Arcanium stream in about 15 minutes. I wasn't planning on this Duels run going so well. I think they might tweet out that I'm live with Arcanium, which... Oh, they do say starting soon. They already tweeted out. Okay, so... That's fine then. We can chill. Also, that graphic they made looks awesome. Look at this. Look at this sick graphic they made. That looks good. I love the color scheme. Thank you, Arcanium publisher Rogue Games. Wow. All right, well, we'll see how it goes. Spirit Jailer's great. Do we ever hedge with the Demonology? I don't think so. This can be a really aggressive deck, so. Did I see Arcanium at 1.0? I did, and you're going to see me playing it in somewhere between 15 minutes or more. Somewhere around there. Very soon we're going to be playing Arcanium. So stay tuned. I also have a tweet scheduled though, so I need to maybe... We'll just see, and we'll see how it goes. For now, I'm going to put starting Arcanium soon in the title. Oh, whoopsie. Really good start always, man. Yeah, Nosferatu, go get him. I believe in you. Dude, being able to kill your own minions, honestly, with Eerie Stone to get, like, the Rafam chains are so... It's actually so good. It's really strong, isn't it? Battle Stance Pillage with Spirit Claws. Spirit Claws, pretty good with Pillage, honestly. Just a little extra damage on all the battle stances. Hero Power's farming me, like... It's getting kind of gross. I do have Soul Fragments. I do have Healing, right? So we will... attempt to swarm them. If they have something like a lightning storm, we might be screwed. Oh, this is really gross. Oh, no. Thankfully, they do want to hero power it right now. I guess the math is a little awkward. Well, yeah, it's super awkward. I mean, they're just hitting me for 10, though, is the problem. So, maybe not that awkward. I'm gonna have to play this henchman soon, hopefully to disrupt a little bit. They know the place, man. They don't have any hesitation here. They know where they're going, dude. What is the size of this? Is it gonna be a 5/5? Because that's actually bad. No, 4/4 is a little better, I think. Well, they can still attack and then hero power, so maybe not that much better, I guess. Oh, I hate that it's off curve right now, though. Might use touch on a spirit jailer just to get another spirit jailer. I think that's pretty reasonable here. That also gets me another 3/2, of course. I think we still play the henchman. Very large board. Is it enough to win next turn, though? I don't feel like it's going to be lethal, is it? What do I have here? 9, 12, 14, and 4. Maybe it is? They take 4 off this. Puffer Fist. Coin hero power clears all these imps. Oh, that's so gross, dude. Oh, that's so brutal. They don't even lose 4 damage here. Like, it's so gross. God. It's so nasty. They have to hero power here, obviously, right? You have to hero power here. There's no other play. Why are they even considering anything else? It's so insane. You just clear 3 additional minions here. That is so brutal to my 2 health board, you know? Ancient Reflections. That doesn't even set me up for lethal, right? I don't have any Puffer Fist activations here. I am technically alive at 1 off the True Aim Crescent, as long as I kill the 3/3 here. If I went for the 3/2, I put them to 11. If I Ancient Reflections the 3/2, I have 9 damage on board. I don't think there's any lethal outs that way. I can't even copy an imp is the problem for a Rafam follow-up. I feel like I'm just pretty much dead. I don't really see how to win from here. I don't know. They can just clear this for free, but at least they take some damage. Oh, no, never mind. They don't have that dude anymore. Never mind. They used it already. Oh, that's just brutal, dude. Didn't hit any soul fragments, unfortunately. 6 in the deck. Not that likely, but would have been nice to grab one. Don't know. We still were pretty far off, right? We still needed something that we didn't quite have yet. I don't know. Wasn't really there. I think mage armor is probably our best bet, and not just because we just got murdered, but I just don't think these other 2 really advance our game plan very well. Exerciser's okay, certainly, but I feel like I can grind people down with Eerie Stone as long as I have time, and I think this gives me time. Hopefully I don't regret that. This is pretty good, actually. Yeah, this is a decent shadow spell, but weird to work with. I mean, it is kind of good with like Rafam and stuff since I get minions back, but I don't really like the other 2 much at all. And I like Dark Bomb and Doom so much that I think it's better. Twisting Nether's nice, but the other 2 aren't really there. Next up, alrighty. Yeah, guys, again, we're going to be playing Arcanium soon, which some of you will know Arcanium. I've made like 5-6 videos on it by this stage. It hit its full release today. We're going to start a stream shortly, but you can hit !Arcanium as best blah just did in chat if you want to read more. They're giving away a PC, all kinds of stuff. I don't know. It's pretty cool. We'll talk about it. New heroes, new stuff to do. Although Flame Imp is a 1-mana play, I really don't love it. I do love Tamsin and Shadow spells, though. So I think we look for something better. Doesn't have to be a 1-drop necessarily, just a better card. No, Veradu's same. Same. About the same. Deathly Death. Wow. 7 games in, Deathly Death is pretty scary. I'm spooked. What's it gonna do, guys? I'm nervous. Shadows is okay. More shadow removal is always good. Fangs I feel comfortable with. This would have been great last game. Just use on my own minions, you know, just get a little extra life. Replay the minion basically. Just use it as a heal cycle like we did that touch, but a little better. Sometimes anyway. Burn their Denathrius. I don't think they have one, but burn it. Oh. Not a surprise there to see some Death Rattle Priest stuff. I do think if we don't win this game relatively early or decisively, by that I mean some kind of combo, they are probably still going to be able to grind me out with Death Rattle upside. You know, Zyrella's eventually, maybe an Azoth, Amulet of Undying as we saw. So this already, though, sets up a nice little pair for a combo. If we can get an Ancient Reflections, we're talking about an intriguing little pair. This could be the setup, right? We just need, you know, to find that 1 out of 33 draw of Ancient Reflections here. No biggie, no problem at all. Not an issue in the slightest. What are you talking about? I'm gonna play this Dark Lair even though I'm not gonna use the spare mana. I don't think anyway. This costs 2. I don't think I coin it. Could coin it, I guess. I mean, what else am I gonna be coining? I could maybe coin that Reflections turn 1 turn sooner, but I don't think that's a really relevant consideration. The other path to winning this game, of course, is just smorking them. So this kind of contributes to that side of it. Hinchman Shadows next turn looks decent. It's getting pretty big already. Nice shape for Priest and Druid, maybe. Priest, maybe not so much. Druid, maybe. Apple Bro, okay. Apple Bro is one of those where I feel like I should almost just kill it straight up, but it's gonna be what, 3 mana? I have the Fangs for really scary stuff later, so I'll try one more turn of doing this kind of straight up here. Remember, this is just an 8 damage reach card as well, all on its own if I get close enough. We don't have to get fancy. Can just be 8. Next turn, Apple Bomb is... It's a 3 mana Yeti, I guess. Healing helps me a little. I do have a Flesh Giant in there somewhere. How much damage is this right now? Oh my god, I bet we're getting really close to lethal, aren't we? Is it 8? Is it 8? Is it 8? No, not quite. Dang it. Dang it, it's close though. Is this the Fangs target? Like, let's think about what's possible next. They're not on Moarg yet. We burned a Light Shower. They're not on Zyrella yet. I think it is. I guess the question is, do I rip a Tamsin with it? I don't think so. I think I have to save the Tamsin for the Dark Bomb. This makes me a little nervous, though. There are potentially problem minions that come down, but I just don't want the game to go late if I don't have to. Right? So I think we just kill it for now. I am a tad worried about Psychic Scream. Maybe I hold some threats for next turn. Don't really need more than this to win if they don't respond right. So let's hold this for Psychic Scream and or Adara. And then reload with Mita Rotten Apple Bomb next turn. And then go from there.
I found a few treasures in my
The Adara, okay. Rafam. I had any imps die? Everything just got shuffled, right? I don't think it's time for Rafam then. Okay. Wish I could corrupt this freaking Ticketus, man. So So this is 8 damage again. I'm a little more worried about like a Moarg or something here. Could be a bit awkward to deal with, perhaps. Again, Tamsin going face is 8. We get that other Dark Bomb, it's suddenly 16. That could be nuts. Reflections, we're getting there soon as well. That's a 9 mana play with Reflections. The Fangs return. Wow, that sucks. Big heal here too, jeez. That's annoying. I honestly don't know what Rafam... I don't think any imps died. Didn't they all just get shuffled? We're really, you know, falling out of time here. I guess I can take my time. I kind of want to corrupt this to draw a card, which I have to decide, does that mean I'm playing Ticketus or does that mean I'm playing Rafam to corrupt it? If I play Ticketus, I could accidentally destroy my Reflections, which I think is my best chance to win. But it's so unlikely that it hits Reflections, right? I think I just do this. It's so unlikely. It's so unlikely. It didn't. Okay, that's good news. Yeah, on average, pretty weak cards. Okay, so that paid off well. Now we're actually closer to Reflections. Lady Darkvein might seem important, but she's really not. Sorry, I didn't mean to rope you there. Might seem important, but not at all. Pretty weak, actually, I think. So the ticket is paid off. Big body, too, of course. That never hurts. This is just 12 damage. Technically, this lines us up again. I mean, you assume the 4/5's dead always, but, you know, technically. So now Lucky Soul draws me a card, which is what I was really looking for. That's a bit of a pain. Hysteria. Oh my. Oh my. How does that work? I guess, oh, it works like that. The Deathly Death, I honestly don't know how this works. After a friendly minion dies, trigger the of a friendly minion. Does she have 2 Grey Vows? No, just the 1 still. Okay, so for now I can just ignore that. She had face for 4. Again, if we top deck the Dark Bomb, we'd have lethal right now. Top deck that Dark Bomb! What did I tell you guys? What did I tell you guys? Actually pre-recorded. The ticket is I destroyed 5 cards because I knew that the ticket was gonna leave the Dark Bomb on the top of the deck. Oh my god, that's so insane. We don't actually need that. We want more shadow spells. Actually, God Keeper, dude. I may be the greatest Hearthstone player in the history of the universe. Wow. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Guys, I gotta change this scheduled tweet. We're gonna start Arcanium soon. Of course, I didn't expect this run to go this long. But I got a tweet scheduled for 3 minutes from now. I need to reschedule this a little bit. We're gonna be delayed a hair. But stay tuned. You're not gonna want to miss the Arcanium action. How do you adjust the schedule? Oh, there it is. Let's put it to 6:15 for right now. In case we lose this game. In case we lose this game. 10,000 IQ play. Burn unnecessary cards to get exactly the one you want. Yes. Beautiful. It's beautiful. You guys, again, sponsored Arcanium stream starting very soon. In case you came here from the various tweets promoting it. We're going to check out the Arcanium launch. And there's some links in chat too. If you want to hit !Arcanium, you can read about it. They're doing a giveaway of a new PC. I'm actually thinking about buying a new PC soon. So I want to get a 4090. Gonna pay millions of dollars for a 4090 basically. But check out those links in chat if you want to learn more ahead of time, and then we'll talk about it once the stream itself starts. So Spirit Dealer does typically give me some imps. I'm a little bit nervous that there's no shadow spells here. Maybe we ditch the librarian and try to find a little bit of shadow spell density to complement this. Big minions also are very scary, so if I can win this by swarming early into a Rafam, that would be pretty cool. Empiric Fangs could definitely help me answer a big scary minion early if they do make one. That might be nice. Definitely love Vampiric Fangs. Get my own big scary minion to counter theirs. Inspiring Presence is spooky though. Demonology is also really good against big scary minions as well. This could be nice. All right. Mana burn. Yeah, I don't have anything to do anyway. Joke's on you. Joke's on you, buddy. I didn't have a play regardless. I guess I could have coined a 4-drop, but I won't do that. Don't you love it when they waste their mana burns? What a delight. They haven't been hero powering is, you know, usually, or did they hero power last turn? Maybe they did, actually. I'm stupid. I think they did. So that means something big could already hit soon. Immolation Aura is not bad. Wow. My Smork plan is being denied a little bit here, both on our mist curve and that efficient removal, right? Both of those are going to challenge me a little, I'm afraid. We only got them to 29. That's really not far enough yet. But, you know, we can still pivot into a responsive plan too with the Fangs and the Demonologies and stuff. Like, that's a pretty good Fangs target already, I think. Yeah, Dark Glare. Well, no, how much mana is it going to cost? I don't know. This guy's a pain, but I don't think he's as good as a Sea Giant. I don't have the Reborn, right? So mine's not as good as his. A little early for the Fangs, but again, we have the Demonology, so I think it's okay. Still 5? Sucks, bro. I don't really want to coin. Could have played a Backfire, but I should have done the other order if I did. Well, no, I guess I have to empty the space anyway, don't I? So that's not true. Backfire gets me a 3-drop. I lose coin Demonology though, but I'm not like dead, right? Maybe it's still worth it. Yeah, it's still worth it, I think. Yeah, I'd be at 8 cards right now if I played in the other order, which I guess that would actually be fine. So no, I should have done the other order. Dark Bomb's cool. Ace Hunter Kreen, what? Okay, deal. Free damage, yes. Let's go, Ace Hunter Kreen. That's actually pretty cool. I dig it. I dig it. So now I don't have that Demonology this turn, so I have to, you know, make an actual real Hearthstone play this turn, which I don't know that we have a great one, unfortunately. Getting some imps in for Rafam makes sense to me. We can trade in here and play a Shadow Waltz as well if we want. Could just do a Sea Giant as well. Kind of like the Sea Giant imp line, I think. That's still 3 mana, 5 mana. No, that's fine. I mean, Mothership is really good when discounted, but I don't think it's that good. Again, we don't have the Reborn, right? So I think ours is generally just less useful. I want to give them more stats right now or not. actually gives them more vectors to attack. I think it's somewhat good because of demonology, but also not. I don't know. Let's just wait and see. I think they're going to trade into the Sea Giant here, trade that other dude into the 2/4. I'm going to demonology after cleaning out some smaller stuff because I need some hand size, basically. And then we go from there. I don't know. Oh my god, dude. They have a lot of Sea Giants. Are you kidding me? This demonology is gonna, it's like, I'm gonna get a bunch of garbage I don't actually need. I mean, them clearing my minions here is actually fine. You know, that's totally okay because I think we're gonna wipe the board anyway, so it just doesn't matter. Never world where I go without the demonology here. I don't know what the order of stuff is here, by the way, either. I think the Sea Giants might be in the pool, but I only have 3 card slots anyway, so it's not like I'm getting anything crazy here. I guess mine's been around a while. Let's trade this in so I don't get mine accidentally, right? I don't want that. Oh yeah, we did get Sea Giants. Okay, 2 of them's not bad. I wish can I get a 0 mana demon? Death Imp? No. Void Drinker synergistic. Mal'Ganis seems kind of greedy, doesn't it? I don't feel like that's the move. I was hoping to get a 0 mana card so I didn't burn anything. I actually think I'd rather play off the top. I don't know who asked the question, but there's some chat about like secret mage, I guess, the secret mage video I made. It sounds like somebody crafted a secret mage and it's not performing super well. I would say, which is what chat told you as well. Yeah, I mean, I think that deck actually has a lot of promise. We won a lot of games with it. Ike won a lot of games with it, but I gave you a very careful warning in the video. I can't actually hear it, but somewhere in the video, if you're listening to my voice right now, I don't have it. I say, I don't think you're going to be able to climb super reliably with this deck. You know, this may not be a ladder deck. I try to give you guys a lot of good information. I gave it a hopeful rating in the deck, which says a list that needs more refinement but looks promising is a viable mid to low tier ladder deck. You could probably climb with this if skilled, but weaker players may struggle and crafts are risky. So I feel bad. I don't want people crafting cards that aren't good for them, but I also try to give you guys the info, you know, to make good decisions, basically. So I don't know. I'm sorry, I guess, but I don't know who wrote that. I'm sorry, whoever you are. All right.
What a delightful party.
Also, I saw somebody who crafted a deck from like 3 months ago. They said it was working for them, so like that's great. I'm relieved, but that also is the sort of thing that made me very nervous. You got to check dates on decks as well, right? Because, you know, within a week, the meta can move in such a way that a deck may not be good that it was good a week ago, right? So, anyway, again, I don't want anybody playing bad decks. I hate to think somebody made a bad deck on my behalf, but I try to educate you guys and give you the best information that I can. But ultimately, I don't even really think that's my responsibility so much. I think people should try to, you know, put in the research and try to figure out a lot of those problems themselves if they can. I gotta figure out a turn here, man. I feel like we're sitting on some interesting lines. Like obviously Rafam at this stage is getting better, but I wish I had a slightly more exciting play. I just don't really want to trade in a Sea Giant, for instance, you know? I guess we will, but it's not my favorite. Rafam here looks good. I think I just go face again, right? I don't think that's something I care about. I think I just want to create some pressure. This is always scary with Relic of Extinction. I can't maybe control that a lot, I guess, but otherwise I think this is a pretty nice turn again. Nice board utilization, high pressure. If Rafam doesn't die, I can maybe kill off my own Rafam and do it again, right? We've got that option as well. It's like they're eyeing something here. I don't know what. Zymox, Relic, Dark Moon Riders, okay. Oh, that doesn't usually clear very well. Oh, it did kill my Rafam though. That's kind of unfortunate. Ugh. I can just take this again though. Same story as before. This is 8 damage on it, so I need to do a little more. I need to hit it. We don't have any lethals yet, fortunately. So I can just trade in 1 imp in that case and then deal 8. That's fine, I guess. I mean, it's the best play I've got, I think. Get my own big Rafam here, right? Shadow Walt's better than like a Flesh Giant. Probably, yeah. I like this. Still a really good board. Nathria is at 11. Alright. Sweet. Nice, dude. This deck is actually winning a lot. I crafted a golden version of the deck I saw in your Unguro video. I need card draw. I think that's really important. Armor gain's good too. We've had some cards in some games, a lot of cards in some games. Other times I feel like I don't have good choices. I need to make sure I get good choices. Regis, I crafted a golden version of the deck I saw in your Unguro video, and I can't seem to win games or play it in standard. Why did you do this to me? Guys, I think it's a legitimate complaint. Some people are saying this guy's memeing. I didn't even see the original comment. I don't even know who it was. I think it's a legitimate complaint. Like, yes, again, I think the ultimate responsibility is on the viewer to do research, to be careful, but I still do my best, you know, to guide people as best I can. Okay. Green Soul's pretty legit, I guess, actually. Do I keep card draw? I feel like I've been really light on early game plays. I didn't know Regis was doing videos during Unguro. I've been doing videos since sort of League of Explorers, Whispers of the Old Gods, I guess. I think actually I technically did videos in TGT. Just not really. I didn't start getting serious until actually Unguro was about when I started getting more serious and started focusing on videos more. I think it was technically Grand Tournament though. I know I have some Karazhan card reviews, for instance. I think I'm trying to remember orders of expansions right now. Whispers of the Old Gods, did that come before Karazhan? God, I don't know. It's been a long time. I have 326 card review videos. I got a concert on this game, by the way. League of Explorers was my first card review. So League of Explorers was probably about the real legit beginning for me. Why did I burn Lightning Bolt? I gotta concentrate. We're actually 7 games deep. This is not the time to get distracted by chat. Last game I think I actually played really well. I went into like Ultra Instinct mode and wasn't paying attention at all. So I really need to focus on this game. Want to make sure we get this one right. So I'll probably lose this one. Chat was just going crazy, so I got distracted. You guys were really talking it up over there. So I was jealous. I wanted to be a part of it, you know? Lightning Storm. Okay, so really crazy nature synergies here. Good quest activations, I'm sure. Rafam is intriguing. Okay. We have some good imps, so Rafam might be nice. Especially if we're able to kill off our own Rafam and do it multiple times. I think that could be really, really nice. Rafam won't be infused, unfortunately, after this board, so I do need to commit a little more than just this. Chaos Storm, Perpetual Flame, man, they really do have a great deck here for this so far. Man, they have some powerful cards. Great questline activators, like really, really nice start for them, I think. Lightning Bolts to face already, they're just cruising. Absolutely cruising. Probably open with a back. Oh my god, they just keep going. Good lord, farming that Chaos Storm, man. Seems like it wasn't playable though. They were maybe digging for a play and didn't have a backup. Yeah, I don't know. I would have thought about that. I don't know how likely it is. I haven't thought about it, you know. I would have legitimately thought about that. I don't know the answer, so I would have thought about that. Fortunately, this doesn't infuse Rafam, this singular minion. I don't, is Rafam going to be worth it just to build the board, not infused? I think in some ways they might have big enough removal anyway, because all the spell damage nature stuff. But I could try to greed. Do we have a good militia? It's not good, but it does corrupt Ticketus, which I like. Does corrupt Ticketus. And sets up for the Rafam. Maybe we go militia here. It still clears this guy. I'm okay with that, I think. If it didn't corrupt, this play I think would be rather weak. But I don't have any other soul fragment generators, and it corrupts Ticketus. So between the two, I think it makes sense. I think it's fine. What time did I set that scheduled tweet? Shoot. Ooh, Doomhammer incoming. Still not as much burst damage in this deck though as others, so I'm not super worried about that just yet. Tamsin gives me some lines. Let's go for Rafam first. If we can maybe kill off our own Rafam later, that would be great. We high rolled 3 imps. Actually, maybe that was guaranteed. I'm not sure if we had other imps in the pool even. But that's okay. Guys, by the way, we're playing Arcanium very soon. I know some of you might be here to watch Arcanium. As soon as this Duels run is over in Hearthstone, we're going to hop over to Arcanium to celebrate its launch. Ooh, Revolve. Ooh, not bad. Still some decent minions here. Okay. Lost my Rafam, but not too bad. Why are these? Oh, those are those 4-drop guys. Oh yeah, that's not bad at all. That's actually pretty legit. Pretty good results. They're not gonna kill this? They're not gonna kill this? Oh, whoa, that surprises me, I guess. Just such a clean, easy hit for me. Do I need to start thinking about like drain souls and stuff? Like, am I getting low enough that I need to worry about it yet? I could go like Tamsin touch and just like hit face really hard here and get a couple free minions. I also don't hate a Ticketus, frankly. But I don't know, I'm getting low enough that I'm starting to think about it. I think I might. It's decent timing here as well.
Haven't heard of me.
It's just sort of free. I mean, you know, I lose the Tamsin, obviously. It's not totally free, but it's kind of free. Back to 33, still a monster board. I mean, I know they can clear boards really effectively, but I can reload boards pretty effectively too. So I think we'll be okay. All right. Oh, there's a board clear. Yeah. Glad we have some life to buy time though. So this is a fun little burn 6. We have so many cards, it's likely not super relevant, but still pretty fun. I could eat my own corrupted Ticketai again, by the way. Like I could Vampiric Fangs this. I'm not going to yet, but something to think about. Apocalypse was going to be good reload for them. I'm kind of glad that's gone. Canal Slogger healing. Guidance gone. Okay. This is a big board. We lost a lot of our burst potential with Tamsin gone. I mean, I still have the Dark Bombs, but not the doubling of the Dark Bombs. So, see how we do. Serpentine for 6. Do you face tank 8 here? Or do you have a cleanup? Resummon, they face tank 8. Wow. Okay. So Fangs here for us is a pretty good heal. I could use it on the Brucon next turn. Oh, that actually makes it worse. Is Dark Bomb lethal now? This is 7 and 3 is 10. I can actually get a spell damage here. That makes this 5 and 3 is 8, 10, 11. Am I really 1 off lethal? It resummons it. Can I get 2 of these? Oh, I can't play them both though, right? That won't be... They're gonna be too expensive to play both. This is 3... I think they're too expensive to get both. But I might find damage here. Not damage, unfortunately. So yeah, by Fangs here, I can't afford Dark Bombs and stuff. But this is still pretty good. I think we'll just hold a little bit here. Still a monster turn. Still get some face damage through. Still heal a little bit. Still get some resource generation. I could have played both and technically would have had enough damage, but just not enough mana. I would have had to Fangs, just 3, Stewardess 3, Dark Bombs 2, just too much mana altogether. Shadow Light was another 3. If I had infinite mana, that was lethal, I think, but... What's the 5 mana line here, I wonder, to recover? Is there a good enough one? Wanted to hedge around crazy face damage post Brucon. That's why I've been trying to weave in all these heals. So maybe they were relying on that. I don't know. That's not bad to clear. I have a lot to clear though. Taunt is annoying, but Fangs answers taunt no problem. Golden Blast there doesn't clear. So that's okay. That does though, I guess. This is still... Dude. Ooh. I cannot believe this deck is 8 wins, dude. I thought this deck would lose. I thought this deck was not good. We got weird buckets. I still don't even think I've gotten good buckets, but Eerie Stone is just so powerful. Don't want that. The buff guy for the imps is okay, but the other 2 weren't good enough. Did you graduate with honors? I just want to play Arcanium here. I'm really excited. There's 3 new heroes in Arcanium. There's a totally new mode. I want to play both. And finally we're here. Is Arcanium on Steam? Yeah, if you hit !Arcanium, I think there's a link. Here, I just did it for you. That's a link to the Steam page and details on the contest they're doing. They're giving away a PC. If you play the game, you can win a PC. If you have to beat the game on the, like, I don't know if it's the hardest difficulty, but on a harder difficulty, and you can win a PC. So I actually think there won't be that many people who do it. So I think you actually have a pretty decent chance. I don't know what it'll be. You know, I don't know if it's hundreds, thousands, I don't know. But the fact that it requires some degree of achievement, I think increases the likelihood that you'll win, because not everybody's going to do that, whether that takes the time or otherwise. All right, this actually looks pretty good. I like this a lot, honestly. It's like the purple hand. Regis, keep the purple cards. Fangs is not purple, but it's right on brand. The only concern I'm gonna have here is like Diviny Shieldy stuff, right? Diviny Shieldy stuff. These are okay. We don't really want these, is the thing. Like, they kind of suck. Maybe we'll still make a 3-2 though. Do I make a 3-2 and summon a 1-1? I guess, yeah. It's not exciting. But the 3-2 is nice. I didn't get a 3-2, wouldn't make that play, obviously. Not worth the trouble. Now, unfortunately with relics, right, we're probably just gonna get a bunch of like big relics that aren't actually that useful or good to replay affordably. I think I need to swarm the board this run or this matchup. You know, it depends on whether or not they have Relic of Extinction, if that's worth it or not. I'll put this one in to hedge against a Relic of Extinction for the record. We may not have time. They have really cheap spells off Scrying Orb. It's a pretty sick line, so. No extinction yet. That's good news. Okay. Yeah, I mean, we're just gonna go big. Go wide. I thought this was Kobold Librarian at first. I saw Librarian, you know? We have too many Librarian cards. Sadly, the School Spirits and Demonology are a little bit just stuck at the moment. These are a little reactive for what we ended up doing here. The game plan we ended up taking, right? Might have been a mulligan mistake in hindsight. I think maybe we should have tried to go a bit more aggressively. That said, it's not always easy here to go aggressively. Sniped. Sniped! Wow, that was good rolls for them, I think. Maybe not perfect, I guess, but not bad. I'm doing nothing. Just throwing bodies at the board here, but 5 mana, you know, 4/5 there is not exactly the most compelling line. Oh, if they got Demonology, or actually School Spirits is really good here too. Not as good because it's not buffed, but still kills 2 imps. It's really nice. Boy, I almost need them to play big stuff. I'm out of resources. The fact that they're not playing anything useful has completely stranded my Eerie Stone, which means I'm out of steam. Normally we're using Eerie Stone to supplement our curve and our game plan, and they just aren't playing anything. I need them to play, you know, big 8/8s, big, I don't know, whatever, big awesome minions. Oh god, dude. This relic deck is so brutal. So I guess we're gonna get to play some Arcanium, yeah, no joke. I think you're right. I think it's finally time. Militia's really good for next turn, actually, as long as I don't draw, you know, 6 imps. I'm again taking a completely down turn, but Militia's awesome. Demonology could still be good as well, but the problem is it's just gonna be those relic idiots. It's not gonna be good cards, you know? I'm gonna have like 7/7s. That's not interesting. I still gotta do it. I gotta play Demonology. This is too much board to ignore, of course, but it's just not good, you know? It's not good. And Militia's not enough here. I need to play Militia on a more empty or more resolvable board at least. I think we have plenty of dudes now that I can risk drawing some soul fragments here. It's not a big deal. Nom Faratu. So yeah, like I said, you know, 5 minutes, 7/7. I mean, okay, it's a hand. I have a hand now. I didn't have a hand before, so I think it's okay. It's just, man, how many Relic of Exchanges do they have in hand? Because they're ripping these when they know I have these fleeting spirits. Like, you know, that Relic of Extinction would be pretty nice later, maybe. This is still okay. I don't think that's the worst Vampiric Fangs for the record, but I think I need a Vampiric Fangs later for, do I kill this? Takes 3 dudes. I think probably still. The hero powers are a little annoying for minions that can attack, so I think probably so. This is still a good nice board development. 14 damage here. Zymox is here. Okay, that's gonna require a Vampirics on one of these dudes for sure. Reduce their cost by 12 already. Oh my god, are you kidding me? 13, buddy. Now these cap at 10, right? Yeah, I can still play it. Second row. I mean, this is so obscene. Actually, a bit of a waste. Maybe they only get one more dude. I really need that Doom off the top. Oh, I can't even play it. It's too much mana. Kidding me? You're actually kidding me. Can I stay alive here then? Actually, Suffocating Shadows isn't bad. How much mana are we looking at here? This is 3, 6, 9. So I can't quite kill the soul before the Suffocating Shadows. But I can use this first, and I have a 4 out of 5 to hit one of the bigger targets, right? That's pretty good. Yeah, I think that's the best move, isn't it? Drain Soul only does 4. Yes, that won't do it. All right, 4 out of 5. I really want to hit a 13-13, obviously. Nice. That's really nice. Okay, so we're still in this, I think, weirdly. I mean, we're behind. Obviously, we're not in a great spot. So were the School Spirits to, like, soften these up for any reason? Better to just draw a card or Gnome Ferratu? I don't know. I don't think drawing a card really does enough right now. My hand was super full, so... I mean, Doom is now a legit... Oh my god, this deck, dude. I haven't gotten offered... I want you guys to think about this. I haven't gotten offered a single Soul Fragment card. Not one Soul Fragment card. And this deck can manipulate the bucket so successfully that they have 3 Zymoxes, 3 Relic of Dimensions, 3 Relic of Phantasms, 3 Relic Vaults, and 3 Relic of Extinctions. And I cannot hit a Doom now, so the game is over. Well, yeah, I can't play it off Impending, so we're just dead. Didn't hit it anyway, unfortunately. Well, okay, at least I can make a 13-13. That's worth something. I had to chain like 10 Soul Fragments there to be alive. It's so nuts, dude. It's so insanely consistent. Bucket manipulation for the win. This was a great run, though, honestly. We pulled some miracles out of this run, I think. 8-2 of this is really quite satisfying, I would say. I feel rather happy. I think that's one of my better Shadow Warlock runs, honestly. All right, guys, you know what that means? It's time. Let me open this pack real quick. Finally made some gold too. I needed that. Getting low, dude. I'm getting low on gold. Regis, I took out a home loan to craft a golden version of your Karazhan Silence Priest. Contained. You guys are memeing too hard. All right, there's our pack.